아무도 안 계세요. 일단
This
쓰레기통.
bin is full of empty bottles.
쓰레기통에 술병이 잔뜩 있대. 뭐지? 여긴 술집도 아닌데. 책상을 봤어요? 못
I had
쓰고
thought
호표.
that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
멀쩡하지 않아 보이는데? 안녕하세요? 얼굴이
How
빨간데?
could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
일단은 상태부터 보자. 물어보기 전에 달아오른 콧등, 깔끔한 복장, 낚싯줄, 결혼생활. 술병. 손에 술병 들고 있었어? 안 보였네.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
만취한 역장.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was
그래서-
drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
그래서 전보를 그렇게 보냈구나.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
그래서 전보를 어디 갔어? 이렇게 보냈구나. 술 취해서. 이 아저씨가 알코올 중독자다. 얼굴색 특히 코끝이 유별나게 붉음으로 틀림없는 사실이다. 취미로 낚시를 즐기는 모양이다. 배우자가 훌륭하게 내조를 하고 있음에도 게으른 천성 덕분에 자신이 맡은 소임을 다하지 못하고 있다. 아, 그렇군요. 여기에 뭔가 단서가 될 만한 건 없을까? 한번 살펴보자. 수색해보자. 밖으로 못 나가고. 나가서도 확인해보자. 옆으로 가볼까? 잠깐만. 1인칭으로 바뀌었어. 와, 이거 R 누르니까 1인칭으로 바뀌네? 근데 저는 3인칭으로 할게요.
Locked. There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
뭐야, 내가 따야 돼? 그냥 떠달라고 하지. 왜 내 꼭 내가 떠야 돼? 왜? 떠달라고 하지. 뭐야, 이 정도면 맞는 거 아닌가? 된 거 아닌가? 됐다.
Railway post bags.
우편 보관 함의로군. 공구.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them.
이거는 물어봐야겠다. 그치? 공구를 최근에 썼는지. 깜짝이야. 사람이 밑에 있는 줄. 사람이네? 뭐야? 아저씨, 거기서 뭐 하세요? 아, 나 무슨 사람 그 스티커 그런 거 붙어 있는 줄 알았는데 진짜 사람이었잖아. 공구에 대해 물어볼게요.
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, it might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
뭐야? 여기를 세세히 조사해보래. 여기를 뭐 더 조사할 게 뭐 더 있나? 긁힌 자국.
Bags
역시
were
뭔가
recently
있을 줄
dragged
알았어.
here. French wine, a remarkable vintage. These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
저 자루 있는 쪽이 제일 뭐야? 여기는?
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere.
요게 왜 이런
Watson,
게?
please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights. And heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Holmes,
소리하고
I'm a
빛만
little
보였지?
confused.
볼까요? 벼랑간 사라진 열차, 손수레 부품들, 설마 분해된 손수레를 이용하면 수수께끼의 실마리가 잡힐지도 모른다. 손수레를 재조립하여 열차가 사라졌던 정황을 재현해보자.
기차인 척해?
I should use the appropriate object here.
톱니바퀴.
I should use the appropriate object here.
뭐요?
I should
뭐요, 바퀴?
use the appropriate object here.
뭐요, 꽂으라고요? 아, 이게 바퀴구나. 아, 회전시켜야 되구나. 아, 대박. 이게 뭐지? 제동장치.
I should use
제동장치는 브레이크인가?
I should use the
전조등도 있어야 되는데. 톱니바퀴 고정대에 톱니바퀴가 들어가고 여기에 이걸 이렇게 누르는 거. 그리고 이건 뭐야? 이게 여기에 들어가야 될 것 같은데. 완성인가? 설마 이렇게 쉽게?
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
아, 이건 억지다.
This Robinson fellow seems suspicious to me.
We need to...
자, 전조등하고 경적을 한번. 이거 하고 이거 하고 이렇게 해가지고 소화기? 아, 이걸로 연기를 냈구나, 소화기로. 자, 장대를
The long
설치하고
pole is now attached. It will allow...
그리고
The
전조등을
headlight
달고
is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes,
경적과?
what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here.
헐.
The steam whistle is ready to
아,
be used.
소화기로 압력으로. 대박.
Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
Huh. At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
그러면 이렇게 되면 여기 역을 지나치지 않았다가 맞고 이른 시기에 사라진 열차. 열차는 이브샴역 근처에도 오지 못했다. 자취를 감춘 시기는 그 이전이며 체스터필드역의 모습을 드러낸 열차는 손수레와 열차 부품을 이용한 가짜에 불과했다. 라고 하네요. 이제 어디로 가지? 이브샴역으로 가봐야 되는 건가? 아닌가? 마차를 타고 한번.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly.
지도를 하나로 합쳐서 어디 철로를 타고 기차가 없어졌는지 봐야 하는 건가 봐요. 아, 그렇구나. 여기서 비슷한 곳이 여기네요.
Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station.
철도 건널목으로 가봐야 되는 거 아닐까? 철로 변환기.
Is rusted, but it still works.
오, 움직이네. 이렇게 움직여갖고 여기로 이렇게 보냈겠네, 그치? 이렇게.
Mines.
그래, 이렇게 갔을 거야.
It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
맞아, 이게 굉장히 친절하게 틀리면 틀렸다고 알려줘가지고 좋아요. 아, 이래야 탄광이 열리는구나.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised.
It's difficult to follow you.
바닥에 철도 표시 같은 게 있어.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled.
철로를 뽑아가지고 다른 데다 꽂았나? 뭐지? 들어와줘요? 뭐지? 여기는 들어왔는데 뭐 아무것도 모르고 안 보이고. 진짜. 상자. 수상한 상자가 있어.
This box must be the safe. Let's open it.
유빈아. 아, 또 이 퍼즐이네. 이거 편하게 푸는 꿀팁. 맨 바닥에 있는 선을 하나 보이게 놓고 그 다음 걸 맞추고 또 그 다음 걸 맞추고 또 그 다음 걸 맞추고 그 다음 걸 맞춘 다음 전체를 돌려서 확인하면 끝.
The Mexican company Caracal and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
아... 탄광에 관한 정보를 저 벽에 있는 저 종이는 아무것도 아닌가 보네요. 난 근데 아까 그 철로가 사라진 곳 있잖아. 여길 조금 더 보고 싶은데. 붕괴된 탄광, 돌 무더기, 종이에 쌓인 소포. 벽돌 아니야?
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside.
빳빳한 종이로군.
Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
왜요? 나 왓슨 됐어 갑자기. 아, 헐, 저거 폭탄이었어.
Dynamite.
잠깐만, 이거 노트 좀 보자. 폭발로 붕괴된 탄광, 무너져 내린 탄광. 열차를 숨기기 위해 탄광을 무너뜨렸다. 탄광을 무너뜨렸다. 나는 범행 은폐인 것 같아. 자, 그럼 다시 어디로 가볼까? 이동을 할 건데 다른 데도 가보자. 여기도 새로 열렸잖아요. 아까 여기랑 여기 두 개가 새로 열렸으니까 또 새로 열린 곳으로 가볼게요. 철도역으로. 뭐야? 담배 던지고 간다. 진짜
A funny
수상하지 않아?
character. He looks anxious.
And he is not an Englishman.
오니까 갑자기 도망가는 게 뭔가 수상하지 않아? 뭔가 흔적이 없는지 찾아보자. 뭔가 있을지도 몰라. 사무용 책상. 경마 잡지.
Newspaper articles on horse racing. Hurdle, steeplechase and flat racing. He is a true enthusiast, Holmes. Newspaper...
뭐야? 이게 다야? 아, 입장권. 막권.
The sums are quite impressive.
경마 도박 아닌가?
Betting slips for horse racing.
돈을
It
거니까.
can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
근데 아까 그 버리고 간 담배꽁초 있잖아요. 아, 아까 안 봤죠? 안 봤어. 이것 좀 볼게요. 이걸 왜 가져가지? 그냥 버린 거 아닌가?
This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I
냄새
must
퍼즐.
combine my associations into one picture.
아니 이건 뭐 그냥 딱 봐도 모자잖아. 근데 어느 각도인지 모르는 거지. 이 각도랑
와, 이건 아까 그 배보다
A
쉽다.
greenish brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality.
아, 진짜?
Quite an expensive one, too.
아까 여기 조사 중이었죠? 여기에 대해서 더 볼게요. 잠시 후
I asked Mycroft to find out
정보를
some
보내라
information
그랬잖아.
on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
마이크로프. 입찰 대상은 칠레 기업, 바르카자스와 멕시코 기업. 탄광에 대한 정보를 보냈고 이브시암 사이에 위치한 채석장 방면 철도 건널목과 외부 철로를 조사하세요. 아, 지금 제가 있는 곳도 포함이네요. 뭔가 단서가 있는지 더 찾아볼게요. 재떨이. 불타버린 종이 조각. 뭘
This
태웠어.
ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear
맨소리네.
fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station.
망할 찔레 놈들. 우리 회사의 미래가 자기들 손에 달렸다고 착각하는 모양이군.
Apparently, there was a
가만둘
conflict
수
between the
없지.
Mexicans and the Chileans.
또 뭐 없나?
This ashtray is
이제 다 본 것 같아요. 값비싼 멕시코산 연송연을 피고 있었다. 그럼 멕시코 사람인 건가? 그리고
Holmes, look.
어?
There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
어? 뭐지? 침수됐어. 근데 경치가 좋네요. 아저씨, 역장이신가요?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
인상착의를 좀 살펴보자. 우울함. 아니, 우울해 보이나? 나는 그냥 평범해 보이는데? 떨어져 나간 단추. 반지의 흔적. 최근 이별하셨나? 시계가 없음. 침수된 지역.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
아, 맞다. 아까 그 말 그거 도박하는 거.
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this
뭐라
small
그러지?
town
경마.
might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
I beg your pardon. Addiction to what?
경마장 입장권.
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your
이것
office.
때문에 이혼한 거 아닐까?
Well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No, I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph, just the same as all the other nights.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
Goodbye, sir.
숨겨주는 것
It is
같은데?
obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake.
뭔가 수상한데?
Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who flared our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
맞아, 그 남자랑 얘기를 해봐야 될 것 같아. 근데 이 시계에서 소리가 나네요? 로딩이 있는데?
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
주름살, 사무용 정장, 근육질? 와, 옷을 입었는데도 보이다니. 단련된 몸, 값비싼 여송연, 멕시코 출신 사람으로 보입니다만.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
그것은 담배 때문이죠.
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros, who were due to arrive yesterday. They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
왜 이렇게 비밀이 많아,
Not a
수상하게.
very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know.
수상한데. 근데 저기 호수에 들어갈 수 없을까? 헐, 못 가네요. 당연한가? 어디로 가야 되지 이제? 호숫가 근처 모래사장을 조사하세요. 뭐야? 잠깐만, 지도에 이런 곳이 있었나? 여기
This
옆으로
railway branch
들어가는
should lead to the quarry. Let
외부
us take a
철도가
look.
있어요.
The
오,
switch is
수상한데,
rusted, but it still
수상한데?
works.
Holmes, I don't understand. Why do you care so much about this business with the mines?
수상한데? 여기로 들어갈 수 있네, 그냥?
The railway ends here.
이 자국은
That is strange.
이 자국은 누가 봐도 철로 자국 아닌가요? 근데 그게 안 떠, 조사가. 자세히 보기도 아니고.
All these trains and rail...
모르겠네. 그러면 이제 다른 지역으로 갈게요. 하하하.
These traces were
차량의
made by
흔적이
carriage. Look,
상당히 무거운 차량인 것 같아. 땅이 많이 파였어. 땅이 말랑말랑한 건가? 뭐야 이거?
nothing interesting here.
왜 지뢰 같은 걸 손에 들고?
Nothing interesting.
뭐 하는 거지? 줄자구나.
The distance between the tracks is about
지뢰.
6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. The
방위돌.
vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy.
오,
These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials.
그렇구나. 호숫가의 흔적들. 여기에 뭔가
An
박살난 막차가
abandoned
있고요.
gypsy caravan.
근데 마차의 주인은
Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached.
헐. 물가로 가볼게요. 호숫가의 모래를 조사해 보겠습니다. 금속 명패. 뭐지?
A label with the name Las Zarpas.
라스 자르파스. 서재에서 확인할 수 있는 라스 자르파스 명패가 있고요. 그리고 돈캐스터 역의 단서랑 수상적인 정황 다 못 봤는데 이제 다른 데로 넘어갈게요. 왜냐면 여기 이제 뭔가 더 없어서.
This place was abandoned fairly recently.
자네, 그냥 자네에 대한 말이었어. 여기 뭐 건물이 있는 것도 아니고 뭐 더 이상 볼 게 없는 것 같아. 여기로 마차가 갔다는 거 맞게는 뭐 없네요. 이동하자. 이부샵역으로. 아까 여기를 대충 봐가지고 다시 일로 왔습니다. 맨 처음에 왔던 곳이죠? 여기 보면 일로 이렇게 들어가는 뭔가가 길이 있단 말이야. 이부샵역에. 아까 지도를 두 개 겹치면서 숨겨진 길을 보였잖아요. 그리고 처음에 여기 왔을 때도 여기가 뭐지? 이렇게 봤었잖아. 여기를 다시 한번 조사해 볼게요. 아무것도 없을 수도 있지만 그렇지만 한번. 뭐지? 진짜 아무것도 없나? 뭐 있어. 바퀴 자국. 차량의 흔적.
Traces. Let's take a closer look.
오, 수치를 측정합시다. 설마?
The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches.
아까 호수에서 그것도
The vehicle would have been heavy,
여기서
as
7이었잖아.
these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle.
해결하자. 신문해야 하는데 집에 가서 집으로 못 돌아가네? 나 이거 볼라 그랬는데 서재 확인하려 그랬는데. 자, 봅시다. 지금 보면은 나는 물에 빠졌다고 봐. 돈캐스터 역에서 그 수상한 사람을 신문해보자. 제가 수상하죠. 왜냐면 너무 모르니까. 역장의
This
가방.
postbag belongs to the station master.
와, 이걸 놓쳤구만. 아내에게 쓰는 편지. 사랑하는 아내에게 이번만큼은 날 믿어줬으면 좋겠어. 곧 주택 융자금을 지불할 만큼의 돈이 들어올 거야. 며칠만 기다리면 돼. 당신이 혼자 살길 원한다면 그 집에서 계속 살도록 해. 항상 당신을 생각하고 있어. 최근 들어 무심하게 행동했던 남편을 용서해줄 날이 언젠가 찾아오길 빌게. 그러게 왜 도박했어?
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
경고장에 대해서 답변드립니다. 변호사님께 지불해야 하는 의뢰비는 물론이고 개인적인 빚까지 모두 갚도록 하겠습니다. 헐. 와, 더 생겼어. 역장, 전보. 돈캐스터 역을 지나치지 않았다. 역장이 거짓 정보를 흘린 것이다. 왜냐면 안 지나쳤는데 지나쳤다고 뻥친 거죠. 돈 받고. 그래서 아내에게 곧 있으면 돈 주겠다고 한 거지. 말할 수 있었던 거지. 아무튼 저 역장이 공범인 건 확실해.
Railway post.
맞지? 돈 받고. 아저씨, 우린 다 알고
You'll
있어요.
find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
역장님, 대화 좀 해요. 부서진 창고에 대해서.
It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few hundred feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would anyone want to?
도둑 맞은 예비철로. 예비철로를 도둑 맞았고 채석장 일부 철로도 훔쳐갔어. 이것은 채석장 방면의 철로. 필드역을 지나쳤다. 돈캐스터 역은 지나치지 않았어. 아, 모르겠어. 물일까 탄광일까 아직도 모르겠네. 이렇게 단서를 받았는데도. 돈캐스터 역에서 그 옆으로 빠지는 호숫가로 빠지는 길이 있었잖아요. 글로 해서 호숫가로 들어갔을 것 같기도 하고. 그럼 돈캐스터 역을 안 지나치면서 요렇게 내려와서 요렇게 물에 빠진 거지. 여기 옆으로. 맞지? 그러면 돈캐스터 역을 안 지나치고 호숫가로 빠졌을 수도 있죠. 체스터필드 역을 지났으면 탄광은 절대 아니야. 그럼 무조건 호숫가네. 아, 이거네. 이거 조사하는 게 여기서 하는 거였네. 신문지를 갖고 다녔네. 어? 공하게 있다. 라스 자르파스 바지선 운송업. 훌륭한 운송수단이다. 상표는 조선 발전 및 탄광 분야에서 활약 중인 멕시코 협력체 카라칼에 기속돼 있다.
Here it is.
그런 거구나. 그러면 뭐지? 카르칼이 소유한 선박 바지선을 소유하고 있다. 호수를 통해서 운반했대. 최근 멕시코인들은 호숫가에 바지선을 이용했다. 무거운 물체를 옮겼던 모양이다. 오, 떴어. 물속에 가라앉았다. 멕시코인들이 칠레인들을 물에 빠뜨렸다. 그래, 나도 그렇게 생각해. 나는 비인도적 행위가 무고한 칠레인들의 목숨을 앗아갔다. 좋아, 첫 번째 하죠. 눈먼 정의하겠습니다. 경찰 측에서 처벌하도록 일조한다. 경찰에 신고할 겁니다.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barkazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away. Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
잠시 후. 뭐야, 총 들고 왔어. 뭔데? 아까 그 멕시코인이다.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
뭐야? 넌 벌 받아야 돼, 이 멕시코인아! 총 쏘면 안 되지. 머리를 쏠 걸 그랬나?
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
동그라미가
Oh
두
my
개던데.
God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
오, 철로 위의 수수께끼. 전부 계획된 사건이었다. 멕시코인들은 열차를 물에 빠뜨려 칠레인들을 살해했다. 때마침 붕괴된 댐으로 인해 채석장은 침수되게 이르렀고 뱃사람을 동원한 멕시코인들은 열차를 그리로 이끌었다. 이후 해당 위치에 있었던 철로를 제거하면서 사건을 은폐하려 했다. 그들의 비인도적인 행위로 수많은 인명을 잃었으니 얼른 조치를 취하기로 했다. 레스트레이드 경감이 전면으로 나섰다. 자, 한번 진실 확인해 볼게요. 제가 진짜 맞게 했는지, 단서도 다 찾았는지 못 찾았는지. 맞췄다. 초록색. 맞췄다. 단서도 다 찾았고 도덕적 선택을 제시한 비율. 잘했어. 근데 이 게임 진짜 재밌다. 피에 물든 목욕탕. 다음은 피에 물든 목욕탕이래요. 재밌겠는데?